What is packing with you, YouTube? Cage TV back with another vid. Shout out to the PAG. Haven't been seeing any videos made by the Pack Attack gang lately. I mean, maybe they still, dealing with the loss to the sorry ass Lions internally. But for me, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm over it. But before we get into this prediction video, because that's what this is, on the 2022-23 playoffs for the season, I want to say this. There's been a lot of people talking about Aaron Rodgers not showing up in big games. And they have a valid point. They really do. Just based off the evidence of what Aaron Rodgers has given them to use against him by not winning games in the playoffs. Now, Aaron is the type of guy that could lead his horses to the water, right? He talks all season of, being thirsty and hungry to win, and you have to care about the details, and, you got to have this thirst of winning, and he'll lead the horses to the water. But then when they get to the water and everybody's drinking the water and playing in the water, Aaron Rodgers is the only horse standing right there at the edge of the water telling everybody he not thirsty no more. That's how it feels. That's how it feels to have this guy in the postseason. You just kind of pretty much just like, even though I don't know why people keep saying, oh, they eliminated the Packers from the playoffs. We was never in the playoffs. We were in the hunt. We were always in the hunt. But I get it. When you got a guy talking and, we just need one win and, everything can change, and mathematically we're still in it. And until that changes, so I get where y'all coming from with that. But when we need him to show up in the biggest moments of his career, he leaves us confused. So with that being said, let's get into these predictions. We got the San Francisco 49ers facing off against the Seattle Shithawks. And maybe the NFL was just tired of seeing the Packers and the 49ers match up against each other. I guess, man. But in these games that I'm going to predict, there's a possible upset for only 2 games that I'm going to talk about out of the 6. First off, Seattle Shithawks, San Francisco. Now, you look at the last game they played, the 49ers won 21-13. Of course, everybody is picking the 49ers to win. I'm picking the 49ers to win this game. Oh, I know y'all, I know y'all shocked. But this game has the implications of being a upset. It really does. It really does has the implications of being an upset. But I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with what everybody else is going with. I'm picking the 49ers to win this home game. Next game we have the Buffalo Bills facing off against the Miami Dolphins. Man, when you look at the odds of this game, I mean, Vegas just pretty much said Miami don't got a goddamn chance in hell to win this game. So I'm rolling with the Buffalo Bills so they can keep riding a historic storyline, whatever transpired towards the end of the season. We're not going to get into that because a lot of people are starting to say that, some things that we see aren't really what we're seeing. So I'm going to just leave it at that and roll with the Buffalo Bills to beat the Miami Dolphins. Next game up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Snuck up in there. Won a division, and they facing off against the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this is going to be a good game. I was at the last meeting that these two teams faced off against each other with a busted up Justin Herbert with the rib injury, where the Jaguars pretty much came in there and just did whatever the hell they wanted to do to the Chargers. Joey Bosa got hurt in that game, and the Chargers come facing off against this team with hurt players. So I'm gonna roll with the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Chargers again. So what's that? 3 games right there. Next game we got up, the Giants versus the Vikings. Now this is the second game where I think there could be an upset. But I'm gonna roll with the Vikings. They beat the Giants. They beat the Giants earlier this season in a close game where the Vikings won by 3. But this game has a potential chance for the Giants to go out there in Minnesota and upset the Vikings. A lot of people think the Vikings are frauds. And, being a Packer fan, I mean, we already expect them to be frauds. But, yeah, I'm going to roll with the Vikings to beat the Giants again. But this game has an implication that it can be an upset. Next game we have up is the Baltimore Ravens against the Bengals. We don't know what's going on with Lamar Jackson. Him and the organization are not on the same page as far as contract and Lamar's injury. So I expect the Bengals to go out there and beat the Ravens. But we'll see if the NFL will make these games close or if some of these games are going to be blowouts, because the NFL, man, the National Fix League, they just always got to make things suspenseful for entertainment. Now that we got that game out the way, what's the next game? Did them 3, did the... who's next? Oh, the Monday night game. The Buccaneers against the Cowboys. Or the Cowboys versus the Buccaneers. This is going to be an interesting game to watch. Both of these teams are pretty much banged up. Brady is undefeated against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. And I think it's going to be pretty much of the same. I think the Cowboys lose to Tampa Bay. I think Dak Prescott is going to make uncharacteristic mistakes to help Brady win, so Brady could have another all-time playoff win, even though the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got in the playoffs with a fucking losing record. It's just that, hey, that division was shitty this year. So he got in with an 8-9 record. I really, really, really want the Cowboys to beat the shit out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I just don't think they're going to be smart enough to beat Brady and Todd Bowles. And, I just don't think Dallas is a smart team. I really don't. Who knows what kind of play calling. And this is a big time game for Kellen Moore. I mean, if he could go out there and coach a great game plan to beat the Buccaneers, then he'll pretty much solidify himself as to getting a coaching job, if that's what he's looking for. But if they lose, will Kellen Moore get in the way? I mean, Zeke ain't been as spectacular as he was in his previous seasons. Tony Pollard is playing with a banged up knee. This defense, the Dallas Cowboys defense, look a little sluggish to me. I mean, they got some offensive line help coming back, So who knows how that is going to transpire on the field, knowing you got Dak Prescott as your quarterback back there throwing passes. I mean, but I'm going to just roll with, the NFL giving Tom Brady another glorified win over the damn Dallas Cowboys. And yeah, so those are my picks, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share.